Abusuya mobi akwa be de ba akroma TV GH so yaw amwa mensa ene midin onmoyafo bi de aba beto Ghana monten so se osunkoko amayoko ma no titru ne asi ahene ne atu ahene me kire delegate no omonji kru ene krana omkoto abama onmoyafo Dr. Bawumia on November 4th anya sa na omoye mistake na about on ekodi ba bia ende eye osunkoko amayoko chese omo apem kra esanse na military regime na eba na eye odmunyamfo Kennedy ho asem na papa no oka na wo say papa Kennedy o agenda bonipa evil agenda against eye osunkoko amanyoko NPP a ekame aye say omo ani anaho mpa obetimi ama mpanifo ni bia titiri ne akukudam na omo osunkoko amanyoko no mu no obi mu omo ho akere omo pa eti said an agenda no emamu no ende eye odmunyamfo Dr. Bawumia na eye the only chaser obeboa ama amanyoko no atimi afa ne ntoma pa afla osanso to aso e kan say amanyoko NPP unity ebe ye adwuma eye odmunyamfo Dr. Bawumia esan say ono waye bida ena niema papa so a odmunyamfo na akufo adon so a start no se ombetimi atoa so ama na ye kama eye onmunyamfo Dr. Bawumia abusuya mempesa mensam no ebe ye bosirimu kantino ye beko na yakwakotie ensam a onmunyamfo no wode yeto Ghana monten so.
We need to stop this agenda. Everybody or anybody who knows Kennedy Agyapong will confess that Kennedy Agyapong does not even deserve to be a deputy minister, not to talk of a president of the Republic of Ghana. Kennedy doesn't deserve to be a deputy minister, not to talk of a president of a country like Ghana. It will be suicidal if we make such a mistake and allow somebody like Kennedy Agyapong to lead our great party, NPP. This is somebody who is so temperamental. A president needs to have certain qualities. A president should be patient. A president should be tolerant. A president should be tolerant. And above all, a president is somebody who is able to keep secrets, like top secrets. And Kennedy Agyapong, as we all know, he needs no introduction. He doesn't have any of the qualities that I have mentioned. Very temperament, very arrogant. When Kennedy Agyapong does something good for somebody, you should be prepared, because tomorrow, when you refuse to toe his line, he will use it to disgrace you in public. This is not the kind of a person that we need to lead our party. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. This is not somebody, this is not the kind of a person we need to lead the NPP. Now, he has rented these two individuals, Daddy Fred and Jerry's TV. I listened to them yesterday, and in fact, I was so enraged by the level of, and surprised by the level of illiteracy these two individuals were displaying on Daddy Fred's show. They tried their best, Daddy Fred and Jerry's TV. They did their best to denigrate and dent the image of the vice president. And it was shocking. These are people who spoke well about the vice president and the president, as if all of a sudden the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, does not exist anymore, and now Bawumia is the president. So he must carry the responsibility. They blame everything, almost everything, on the vice president. And to my surprise, the kind of garbage that I heard from Jerry's TV was shocking. What did he say? According to him, that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should be grateful for the fact that he was a running mate for 8 years and then a vice president for 8 years. And therefore, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is supposed to bow out and allow the others to contest. This is the most stupid analysis that I've ever heard. You see, it will only come from an illiterate, because a well-learned person will not make such analysis. Somebody who is well-learned wouldn't make such analysis. So if you are a vice president, Dr. Mahmoud, somebody like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you are asking him to be content with the position of a vice president. And then he also mentioned that the fact that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia represented NPP in court during the 2016 election petition doesn't mean anything. Wow. You see how hypocritical these people are. So hypocritical. When I listen to, to the extent, to show you how intolerant these people are. And they are mirroring the behavior of Kennedy Agyapong, because Kennedy Agyapong is so intolerant. And I can bet you, somebody like me, I like Kennedy Agyapong, but I swear to God, if somebody like Kennedy Agyapong has to lead NPP, count me out. Count me out. I cannot vote for such a person. He doesn't have the qualities. And so, when I decided to go onto the platform to challenge the lies they were spewing out there, Daddy Fred decided to block me and insulted me. So you see the level of intolerance. This is somebody that I recognize as my party member, and so I follow his page. I do share his programs, but yet, because today I have a dissenting view from the views that he is holding, he decided to block me. You see the level of intolerance. This is internal politics. It should not get to the extent where you are now trying to dent the credibility and the image of one person. You see, you guys have to remember that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has supporters. He has people like us who love him so much. And we are ready to speak and defend the good vice president. People like me, I will do it anytime. And you see, now I have started, and I am not going to stop. If you guys, Daddy Fred, Jerry's TV, and the rest, if you guys want us to go dirty, we will go dirty. If you want us to muddy the waters, we will help you muddy the waters. And I'm telling you that your candidate, Kennedy Agyapong, does not deserve to be a deputy minister. You see, the kind of nonsense you guys are churning out there is surprising. You see, it only goes to show how weak-minded you guys are. I mean, how can you come and tell me that Kennedy Agyapong has been so charitable, and therefore he has employed so many people, and therefore he deserves to lead the party? What kind of stupidity is that? What kind of stupidity is that? Because the man has been charitable according to you, I don't have the evidence to prove that he's charitable. Because according to you, he's charitable, because he has so many businesses, so therefore he deserves to leave the party. What kind of stupidity is that? Have you forgotten about the other qualities that a person requires to lead a political party and to lead the country? Have you forgotten those qualities? Qualities that he doesn't have. Qualities that Kennedy Agyapong doesn't have. He's a businessman. And you see, you guys have forgotten that running your own business is different from leading a political party or a country. Because your business is owned by you. You can decide to do whatever you want to do with your money, and nobody can question you. But when it comes to state, you cannot spend a dime without the approval of Parliament. And Kennedy Agyapong does not even have the skill to negotiate. Because remember, we have opposition, a very strong opposition party like the NDC. And so sometimes, when you want to pass a certain bill, you need to be diplomatic. Kennedy Agyapong doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. That is why I call him a psychopath. He doesn't know how to negotiate. This is somebody who has openly told Ghanaians that he is a womanizer. So can you imagine when somebody like that, a womanizer who doesn't use condoms, he said it, the video is there. The video is there. Isn't it that you guys want us to go dirty? We'll go dirty. We will go dirty. This is how you want it. We will go dirty. So can you imagine such a person becoming the president of Ghana? He will be sleeping with women and rewarding them with positions, ministerial positions. And if that happens, we are doomed. If that happens, we are doomed. Guys, let us be careful. These two hypocrites, Daddy Fred and Jerry Stevie, these two idiots, I am telling you, they are going to let us muddy the waters. We are more than capable of responding to your garbage. If Kennedy Agyapong has paid you guys to do his bit for him, trust me, tomorrow, that same Kennedy Agyapong will come and reveal your secrets to the world. And he will tell us how much he has paid you guys. From today, we will be responding to every nonsense. We will no longer keep quiet. Yes. We will no longer keep quiet. The nonsense must stop. How is it possible? Almost 8 candidates are now ganging up against one individual just because they are panicking, because the support is overwhelming. The support for the vice president is overwhelming. So they are scared. They are trembling. They are trembling because they saw that, no, what is going on here? Almost everybody is chanting Bawumia, Bawumia, no Bawumia, no vote. No Bawumia, no vote. Everybody. So if you guys will allow us to do a decent politics, please, we welcome that. But if you are going to go on that tangent of insults and smear campaigns, we can do that. We are more than ready. We are more than ready for you guys. Daddy Fred and Jerry Steve. We will respond to you. Yes, we love Bawumia. You see, when this campaign started, I promised myself that I was not going to say anything negative against any candidate. And I kept my promise. But since you guys have started the dirty campaign, we are not going to be quiet. You see, the foolishness of what you guys are doing, the foolishness, Daddy Fred and Jerry Stevie, the foolishness, assuming, God forbid, if Kennedy Agyapong is allowed to lead the country, the party, into 2024 elections, how do you expect somebody like me to support him. How do you expect me to support him? I can't, because of the nonsense you guys are engaged in today. The plain hatred against the good doctor. We are not going to be quiet. Look, we are not being paid for what we are doing. We are not being paid, and we are not asking to be paid. We love Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We love the NPP. And you see, one thing you guys have to understand is that the party NPP does not belong to Kennedy Agyapong. It doesn't belong to Kennedy Agyapong. So it is time somebody must pump some sense into his arrogant head and tell him that NPP doesn't belong to him. He's not the owner of the party. NPP is not one of his businesses. And he cannot decide to run the party the way he runs his businesses. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. He doesn't own the party. If you want to lead a political party, you don't have to engage in such a campaign that you only have to discredit your opponent. You see, this is the kind of strategy the NDC employed in 2008, in 2016, and in 2020. You see, it used to work, but now it doesn't. It doesn't. The methodology that you guys are using, it doesn't work any longer. Ghanaians are wise. The voters are wise. So if you decide to employ such wicked methodology, trust me, you are bound to fail. Now, the surprising thing is this. Kennedy Agyapong is now telling Ghanaians how weak the Ghanaian economy is. Meanwhile, just yesterday, the same person was on his radio station telling Ghanaians the reason why we are facing the difficulty that we are facing. And he was defending it. But today, because he wants to lead NPP, he's now blaming all those things on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the president of the Republic of Ghana? Then they will come and tell you that he's whatever economic leader, and therefore he's responsible for whatever. Stupid. Stupid. What is the finance minister doing? What is the president himself doing? You see, the president is the president, and I am not saying what Kennedy Agyapong is saying is true. It is not true. There is difficulty everywhere around the world. In every country, people are suffering. People are struggling. Even in the almighty United States of America, people are struggling. Where you reside, you the different. I saw you one of the days when you came showing us the price of petrol and gas and whatever, to do hypocritically, because Kennedy Agyapong is now paying, you are in his payroll. Now, you have decided to put all the blame on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We will not accept it, and we will respond. You go dirty, we go dirtier. That's what you have to know. And we can do it better than you. Inti sa Daddy Fred, you know, only sa Jerry Stevie and Jerry Stevie, because you are for me, you know. She, we person me catch rom, me tune and share and your papa, but from now on, yan pini, yan tinasi, amomu, blame dia no mu dia to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so. Yan pini, who Daddy Fred? All that young me who last time I will buy. We see, oh, economic problems, then. Okay. So today, what has changed? Because of Kennedy Agyapong, Otia Kanti, upese unsisa blame ni nyina de asua nipa bako. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Because of oni pay master a compete. You see, mu Kennedy Agyapong only sa qualities na obetima lead a political party. Only sa qualities no. Or one sika. He doesn't feed anybody. That's what you guys need to know. Kennedy Agyapong doesn't feed anybody. On feed you bia. Enti nisika. Enti nisika ni businesses the way of managing a business no. And yes, son manage a country. Because Ghana no, sa opese we Ghanaian president say uwa abotre. Onu abotre no onidi. Kennedy Agyapong oni abotre opianim no. Very temperamental. Oya arrogant. Wankasa unim se oya arrogant. Unim opia onim Kennedy Agyapong be catch say we oya arrogant. On timi keep secret. President a untimi keep secret. President a wo okromaf bibia wo be kan untimi ye president. President a unni diplomacy untimi ye president. That is a fact. Inti sikaka krana odi mamununti. Mu pese mun denti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia credibility. Me mpene. Inti samube tumubu na mu amaya ye decent politics. Beka kire Ghana for ana NPP delegate say sa omu vote mawa ubeye 1 2 3 4 5 debe ma ya break 8 no beka kire omu sa that sa tangent na amukọ say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or you say papa we a very decent gentleman. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on politics papa nti na musuro no otherwise say enyo no kwa na muni no compete enyo no kwa nipa bebre wo honum na adan na mudi muni atu nipa baako so ebanisan na mudi muani muni atu nipa baako. Meanwhile there are other contestants. Why are you not talking about those contestants? Why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Mibisamo. Why him? Ujari TV, utimi buwe wanu. See, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, why running mate for 8 years? Wasaye vice president for 8 years. Inti oya ungrateful. So stupid analysis. So analysis no. A very stupid analysis. Unim dia uka. Uka seti say illiterate bia one tina class 1. Sana analysis. Obia a vice president. Into more Ghana for president. Just imagine, listen to yourself. Just listen to yourself. Into some ube jai sa kwasi asam no munjai. Sa kwasi asam na mudino. Munjai sa kwasi asam no. Yanu bi yanu ye papa just say ye pese ye di na ya rani decent campaign. But sa kwasi asam no who that the Fred we need Agyapong TV no. Someone jai sa kwasi asam no. She say tene fa no tumu so. Me da bia metima ya mo program. Serious. Until let decency prevail in our party. Party no enya mudia enya Kennedy Agyapong dia party NPP enya Kennedy Agyapong party. Kennedy Agyapong NPP enya ne dia. Inti munjai kwasi asam munjai jimie no munjai daddy Fred oni sa Ujari TV no munjai jimie no ye hwe samuba ye beba. From now on the battle lines are drawn between us. Serious. Yanu be a sro yanu asambi anu ayantimi nkawo. Nti munjai jimia mu jimi no wo daddy Fred so obue wanu na wo kasakura obia oti je asam na wo kano otimi wo se wunu we illiterate same as onu Ujari TV illiteracy na ham mu me no nti munjai kwasi asam no munye decent politics mo elect say me chi no and shadan ya papa ka nsam na ameka kira mu be regret sa hopes na adoye another Jimmy minim denti na sa Jimmy for almost free mfa sa Jimmy a friend sen hopes na adoye akwa no hwe Jimmy for hini no hopes na adoye oye Jimmy for hini but your man won so one jai Jimmy no in fact kwa mon jai because onu su ye beba no so na daddy Fred ni sa Jerry TV omu menu no ochina ye beba daddy Fred ye the Fred is saying onu hopes na adoye onu su ye beba no so Jimmy for Dr. Mahmoud Bami oyamudan oyamudan Dr. Mahmoud ba oyamudan kwasiafo oyamudan hwe Mama ma charge. Adia mi di be yamu no. De dia me yamu program. Serious. Jenti na mo ati me kanu mi wo me other page am dealing with other issues. See am awie. Afi me ba ha no. De dia me yamu program. Samu jai kwase asam. Samu pese yen ye decent politics a. Ye be ye nyina ye be ye yan criticize Kennedy Agyapong. Yan revealing the weaknesses tira amanfo. But sa kwasi asam na mu bedi a ye bedi kwasi asam ye munni nyina ye bedi kwasi asam hwe sa mi twi tantantan ni de be hamu mi donyame mi di mi twi tantantan be hamu sa mu mu be dwane into that Fred. I'm warning you guys, you and that idiot that is TV, you must be careful. You must be very, 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 very careful. So intolerant. And no, me ba u pages. U block me. Me ba no sama yaw. Me be so question because you were making a very dangerous statement, alleging that some Muslims are funding the campaign of the vice president. And now I told you that the kind of allegation that you are leveling is dangerous. You should leave religious matters out of this. This is internal politics. So why are you bringing Islam into this? That's the question I asked you. You felt uncomfortable and you blocked me. In fact, and before you blocked me, you insulted me, telling me that I don't understand English. That is Fred. Between me and you, who understands English? Between me and you, that is Fred, who understands English? You can barely string sentences together. I've been listening to you, I've been following you, and I used to follow you simply because you are an NPP person. So I thought we were one. So since you have blocked me, I will not follow your page, but whatever that you will do, I will respond. I promise. You guys will desist from the nonsense. It will help all of us. But if you continue the way you are, the workers. That's what you want us to do. Yes. It's so sad. One love tree and they